number of people meeting up on these meetings. And the Parliament, who was going to forget about the new constitution and other things, they started talking about it. They are forced to do it. So protest, they work. But they work if we work together. It's not enough. It's not interesting to come and come to a meeting and just hear a political speech. We need more. We need to be charming. That's one side of it.
It seems like you were quite instrumental in organizing and helping to motivate and giving people positive words when they felt like giving up. How important do you think it is for that role to be present in a movement like
It is very important. I think, in my case, in Iceland, people have heard of me. They have watched me through the years in my fighting or battle or whatever we call it, protesting. But they also know that whenever I achieve something, I go home. That is trust. This is very important to establish when you're demonstrating, protesting, is to create trust. Yeah.
I'd like to say thank you very much for sharing your positive and inspiring experiences in Iceland. And I'm very grateful that the Icelandic people have shown the way in terms of prosecuting the people whose lives were responsible for the financial crisis. But I have a question. If you look at the crisis primarily in terms of it being caused by a few bad apples, in particular positions of power, and the response is simply to change the guard but keep the institutions in place, I think there's a structural problem that perhaps hasn't been resolved. So my question is, have you actually changed the financial regulatory system in Iceland? And have you actually changed the banking system? And if that's not the case, is there a concern that this could just repeat itself in a slightly different form in another 10 or 20 years?
Sadly, we are watching the same people coming back to power. But keep in mind, it's a shock to see it. We are learning. It takes time to change society. And this, I think, what you were describing, or what I am saying, watching the same power people, or people coming back to power, it is teaching us. Because this is not what we want. And if they want more demonstration, they will get it. We haven't given up. Endurance is a key word in it. We have said hundreds of times, thousands of times, this is not what we want. And we will fight it. That's why I said the key word is awareness. We have learned not to trust the media. We read it, we criticize it. Our main media in Iceland is Facebook. It is wonderful to see how many people have become a very efficient critics of the situation. They have turned out to become specialists. They were not specialists 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Some of them had never written a word, but they are excellent critics. They are critics. We wait to hear what they have to say, That's the beauty of when people wake up. I know, I remember one woman, for example, who helped me a lot. She described herself as an ordinary housewife. Within a month, she became a specialist with computers. She was my assistant, like spreading word to the people through the internet. She had hardly seen computer before. There are so many people like this standing up, and it's growing. Like I said, before 2008, this did not exist. This is the beauty of it. So the power people, the corrupt people, we will get them. It's going to take time, yes, but we are there, and they know it. And what I would like to add, I've been traveling for more than 2 years to many countries, many cities. Like here, I've been invited. And what I'm saying to people, and we are doing it on the internet, on Facebook, we are continuously in contact. We are sharing information. We are talking together. Because I've seen it, and I put it on my Facebook, news from other countries about the situation. I'm informing. Please share this. In the Icelandic media, they are not telling us there was a protest a few days ago. Well, now I'm just making up a thing. And I get pictures of hundreds of thousands of people just marching the streets. There's nothing about it in the Icelandic media, and probably nothing about it in your media. This is going on around the world every month. People around the globe they are not accepting this situation, this globalization. Few companies destroying our resources, manipulating our food, taking our land, stealing our money. We don't like this. 99% is against the 1%, as we know. It's going to take time, but we have started.
The testimony of the revolution in Iceland is very inspiring. Thank you very much. And we hope that we also here in New Zealand can wake up to the fact that similar things are happening here. The selling of our state assets, for example, which we would like to keep for our children, so they can have a better country to grow up in. My question to you is, was there key people within high positions of government or maybe in the judiciary that assisted the revolution in order for the dominant to begin to fall? Because I know that power structures, that especially that are corrupt, are very reluctant to release their power.
Well, according to the Independent Party, the left Green Party in Iceland paid me a lot of money. And of course that is not true. No, there were no power people helping us. But as I said to you, I wrote them letters. I had meetings with them to make them very understanding what we were doing, because they were always ignoring us. No, we did not get any help from them at all. The way we financed the meetings was we had buckets going among people to pay for the sound system, the car, and so on. And a homepage, because we had a homepage running where we put up all the speeches, how much money came in and how much money was used. It was very transparent, and it still is. There's a lot of information there to people. That's how we used the money. That was the only money that was put in the revolution. Came from the people and was used for the people. Nobody took any salary or anything except the professionals with the sound and the car and so on. I am sure, I know among you are people who will lead you through this, and people from New Zealand, you are world famous for all kinds of activity, isn't it? The jump, and there are a lot of things we always know. The daring things come from New Zealand. It was one of the first things I saw when we came to Auckland. It was, we just watched, there was there were three girls sitting in a chair, and then there was like stretch up, what is it called?
The reverse bungee.
A bungee, that's the word. And we were, what are they doing? And all of a sudden, boom, up it went, and we screamed with laughter. And Massimo and I, we said, oh, this is typical New Zealanders. This is what you people are famous for. Initiative, funny things. Believe me, you don't have to worry. You will do things. I'm sure of that.
I'm just going to intercede here and put my 2 cents in. I am not a New Zealander, but I also believe, you have had parihaka, you have been the country that gave the women the vote. You don't have this massive population like England where it's totally unfeasible or unimaginable that you could change anything. And I think what we need to do is not be campaigning on asset sales or not be campaigning on this issue. What we need to campaign for is greater democracy. And that will solve so many of our problems.
I would like to remind you of 1984. No? Everybody knew about that. Everybody took the hats up for the New Zealanders. You can do things, and you have done things. Sorry.
How would you get them to vote so you can get someone where change will happen here. It's hard. Because, you know, you get through protesting. The government is very little. So we get those off. And then the key to the blame them for getting them out. And we get them up to vote. They treated me for the last two elections, and I so long. That was the key to it. We drained them for the referendum.
Well, that's what we have been talking about. It takes time, but I'm sure, I have no worries, you will get them out to vote or whatever. You will get what you are doing. You are known for it. It takes time. But like I said, one more time, it also, you need your fantasy.
I think over the years, it's been shown that one of the best ways to get something done is to tell a Kiwi it can't be done.
We're going to ask a couple of questions now.
I want to say something.
Yes, please.
I think before protesting, it is so important to admit that there are problems. And we have in New Zealand a mantra, and the mantra is no problem. Yeah. And this mantra is said 1,000 times a day. People take it as a no problem, no problem, no problem, problem. And at the end, they don't see the problem. And the asset sale is not the only problem. We have hundreds of problems. People lose their work. The companies can't work. The rents are too high. The leases and everything. There are thousands of problems, but people don't admit it. And I think there it needs to start. And I have a great solution. When we would cut all farms to stop, in all New Zealand, people would be changed in 2 months. They would protest.